Welcome to another episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Still below deck, above deck.
It's still somewhere on a deck.
Yes.
Somewhere on a deck.
Or that floaty pad thing.
Yes, on Lisa's crying pad.
A crying pad.
You know, whenever I do the intro, which, by the way, fingers crossed, we've got our music back. We haven't had any issues with the music. So
one of the episodes back that were removed.
Well, they haven't given those back to us yet, but the last episode posted with music, no problem.
So was
yeah, we're good. We're good so far, unless Wednesday is the day that Spotify decides to just screw with us. But
they're like, oh no, you're too popular with that Salt Lake.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy we have that back. But every time I do the intro, it's just so automatic now that, you know, welcome to another episode. I'm wondering if I'm actually speaking English. Like in my head, it's sounding what I'm like, but is it just gibberish? Am I just saying words? But I'm glad it is coming out comprehensible.
Gobbledygook.
Yeah. Exactly. No gobbledygook.
No.
So today was the first day of photo op signups for BravoCon. So I'm only bringing this up because a lot of people have asked us to talk about the BravoCon and keep BravoCon experience going, you know, and,
they have.
And fill in, well, Travis. And I think the We Wine Whenever ladies, they said, hey, you know.
Okay. So yeah, let's break it down.
So we should break it down for the people that aren't going, and then also for the people that are going so they could learn from our mistakes. But also so people can learn that it's not all that glitter and gold, because we thought we would sign up for these photo ops and have, especially because we're VIP, that we'd have the pick of the litter, the run of the mill, and no, we did not.
So how it breaks down is that today we are signing up for photo ops for next Friday, and we'll do the same thing tomorrow and Thursday as VIP people. General admission is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
So we're signing up for Friday slots, and the number one goal was Erica and Kyle, of course. And so we had a plan because we weren't going to be together. I was on a bus headed to work. He was actually at work. So I was going to go for Tamara and Katie, our other choice, and he was going to go for Kyle and Erica. So we're sitting there, and you know, you get an email saying it's time to, you can go register at 8 a.m. Pacific time. And so we're like waiting. I'm on the bus, you know, refreshing, and I just happened to refresh at 7:58, and bam, it was ready. And I was like, oh shit. So I texted Scott, go, it's available. And so I'm in there. After you have to go through like two different screens, it's really annoying. And I'm like, okay, they're all the slots. And I thought to myself, I should do Kyle and Eric. I was like, no, I'm going to do mine because I don't want.
Yeah, we don't want to double up on it. Like,
right.
We'll both end up getting, you know.
Right. So I went straight. I was like, okay, no, I'm going to do this. Even though in my head I was like, I'm going to regret this. And I did it. Not that I regret getting Katie and Tamara, which I did. Gonna love seeing them. So I grabbed them.
But meanwhile, I'm trying to do my part from my office, you know, best internet connection in the world, probably. Not the best, but, you know, it's up there. There should be no problem at all. I get through all the different screens. I'm a little discombobulated because there's this drop down that lists all the different photo ops. So sorting through that just to find Kyle and Erica was the first problem, because I figure it should be done differently. Anyway, I finally find it, add it to the cart, and nope, sold out already. And that was at 8 a.m. That was at the time it was supposed to start, but because Bravo opened everything up 2 minutes early, that's so dumb that 2 minutes makes a difference, that we didn't get our first choice, basically, because I wasn't there ready to go early, which...
And the reason why I didn't, you know, aside from doubling up, I'm like, well, surely it's like he's right behind me, like a beat behind. He will surely be able to get Kyle and Erica. And then...
Yeah, no.
So I was kicking myself. I was spiraling on the bus, kicking myself for not doing what I should have done. But it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, I feel like a horrible husband because I didn't get my husband the thing that he wanted at BravoCon.
You're an amazing husband, and this whole whoever put this together, you don't suck, but you're annoying me.
Yeah,
sir, madam.
Yeah, I mean the fact that for BravoCon, that it's just like Ticketmaster is irritating. The fact that we have to sit there and like beat people to the punch. And also, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to be a little snobby about it. We didn't pay $1 bazillion to be VIP to have to compete with, all these other people. Like, we should get, and I know we're getting a day early, and I know that they're probably reserving or keeping some spots for the general admission, which is fine.
Totally, as they should, because we didn't get it. We were last year.
But at the exact same note, it shouldn't be as such a cutthroat thing for the VIPs to get, secure a spot with the photo ops.
It shouldn't.
And especially because I think if you were to look proportionately as the number of people going to BravoCon as general versus VIP, I think proportionally
it's really more general.
Exactly.
And you're right. I think you say 8 a.m., it's 8 a.m. because not everyone's going to be refreshing 5,000 times. Like, I could have missed it too. I just said, like, okay, right at 8 a.m., I'm going to be right there. I just randomly refreshed.
And as it was, all the different people we tried to get, or I tried to get, they kept disappearing. Melissa and Joe weren't there.
Heather Dubrow and Jennifer Tilly.
Gone. And so we ended up getting, we should have done Dolores and Paul.
I know.
But we ended up doing Riley and Ariana from Next Gen.
Which conflicts with the Beverly Hills panel.
And that's the only reason we're a little disappointed that we didn't go with Dolores.
See those.
Yes, absolutely.
Great. Yeah. But it's just, I want to see the Beverly Hills panel. So,
so we'll see how, if the Beverly Hills panel ends up being boring, which it won't be, we could duck out of there early. But it's disappointing that things... I mean, it's so dumb that 2 minutes makes a difference. And that,
it really does. Because you have thousands of people who are like, someone in BravoCon said, in the BravoCon Facebook group that we were a part of, said, I've been doing so many like not high risk,
high risk
slot after concerts. I've been doing it for so long, probably like Taylor Swift, Beyonce, where you just like get used to like, I got to start refreshing at like 5 minutes before, if the chance that it might be, open early. And I just don't think that way. I say it says 8 a.m. I think 8 a.m. And I don't know. I want to get it right at 8 a.m. because you feel like you're not, it's going to keep telling you no until it's like the second ticks right at 8.
But we should have known because that's how we ended up getting our tickets to BravoCon was we had to refresh. And the moment it went live, we had been refreshing. That's how we got it in the cart. So it's just frustrating that for something that's general admission or VIP, it's relative as well. It's expensive.
It's very expensive.
You'd think that it would, I hate saying that it could be better managed when we're talking about 2 minutes, but it's just disappointing that everything just sells out immediately over the matter of 2 minutes.
A lot of people were disappointed. Like a lot of people, were able to get it. A lot of people were disappointed. And I think people will be disappointed when they do GA admission tomorrow for Fridays options. I think we were like last time we tried to get Kyle and Dorit and we couldn't because by the time we logged in as general admission people, they were totally gone.
I mean, so after what happened last season, that would be a priceless photo these days.
Yes.
I'm also wondering if I didn't get one today in the VIP, could I have gotten one tomorrow in the GA sign up? You know what I mean?
I don't know because you get an emailed link every day.
But the link is just to get to that page. There's nothing special about the link that they sent. So anyway, it's too late to theorize on that.
You're saying like try to like roll the dice.
Yeah, I could have because there are different times. They open an hour later for GA than they do for VIP.
No, GA. It's like GA hasn't started at all.
But I know tomorrow though, there's GA starting, right?
Right, but only for Friday.
Right. So if I didn't get one for Friday today, could I have gone tomorrow in the GA time slot and gotten one? That's what I'm saying.
Maybe, and also do your Saturday one.
Exactly, but the Saturday one's a different time for VIP. It's an hour different.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Oh.
Otherwise, I think the servers would explode.
Oh, you're right. So probably like if...
I could have gotten my VIP for Saturday and then waited for the GA for Friday. But
you're right, the servers would go down.
Yeah, I'm sure that they would. Yeah. And Andy Cohen only has so many computers at the house. So we know it just...
Cat with a...
Yeah, it's him and his kids just on a computer. So
So the thing is, yes, spiraled a lot, kicked myself a lot. I've gotten to I'm making peace with it, trying to get to a better place with it. My only solace is that, as VIP people, we have access to the lounge where apparently we hear a lot of Bravo celebrities are roaming about and taking photos, like selfies. So hopefully kids see Kyle and Erica at that point, amongst others. There's also the option of shooting for the Kyle Kathy slot that is on Sunday.
I think more people would be going for that than they would be for Kyle
for
and
sure.
Erica.
I mean, again, that's those two could like have a sister breakup again.
Exactly.
Talk about a priceless picture.
Well, and then wasn't it? It was when we were flying out to BravoCon, or we were on a flight somewhere, and it must have been at BravoCon 2023 when someone was like talking about, oh, Kathy, she's epic. Or
yes, it was. I remember that.
It was just like, it wasn't epic, but it was some hyperbole that we were just like
we were just something like that we don't like. Yeah,
we were just like, oh, come on, she's not that.
I remember because it was that it was filled with people going to BravoCon, that flight.
Yeah. It had to have been.
Yeah.
So anyway, but speaking of Beverly Hills, the new trailer came out.
Right. Yes.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I was too busy, one, working and two, still spiraling to really focus. But I think I saw it a second time. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see, it seems to be a bit of rockiness still with Kyle and Dorit, and now with Erica and Dorit. Who knows if that was
that could be temporary. That could be one episode.
Exactly, one moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
When she tells us to go F herself. So that whole trio I'm interested in. Sutton was barely in it.
Yep.
And not to shade Sutton.
I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy wasn't really in it that much. Bose seems to be going through her IVF journey. The new girl, Rachel Zoe isn't new because she's,
she's new to Beverly Hills, Housewives.
You might know me because I've been in the trailer. She's like, I've been here. I'm from here.
Yeah, she's like, I live on Bravo. I used to live here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm curious to see how she'll fit in with her attempt at Hot Girl Summer. Was that Hot Girl Summer
Yeah, that was
last year?
Yeah, that was last year or the year before, and I was like, I think they're a little bit off on that.
That was Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like
at the same time, I think that's also what happens when you're, kind of
behind the times.
Yeah, I was going to say an older white woman, but
I mean,
as an older white man, by the time I get around to catching on to something, it's already way out of date.
You're like, I just learned how to Dougie.
Yeah, I'm still don't know how to Dougie.
Someone taught me.
Yeah. But it's the same reason why I don't, I haven't caught on to any of the home decorating trends, because I know the minute I go to paint a door black, everyone's to be like, oh no, that was so 10 years ago. So
I think, yes, if we tried to paint a door black, we'd be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. But that green color we saw the other day.
I did like that green color.
It might need to happen.
Was that on a House Hunters?
It might have been on House Hunters. Yeah. So anyway.
And then there's another new girl who seems sus, and they're thinking that she's not really who she's.
I thought from the trailer when they showed her, she seemed well spoken and pretty, she was going to fit in. But then they started going over about how much of a shyster she was,
and scammy.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of can't get over right after I watched the trailer, I looked in the comments and everyone's still ragging on Kyle for oh, now you're going to talk about it, but 2 years ago you wouldn't. It's like,
what do you want? Just say I hate Kyle and everything she does and stands for, and move on.
I found the people in the comments that were saying nice things like, look, while I agree with most of you, people shouldn't be forced to come out.
Right.
They also come out at their own speed.
And when you're supposedly with someone who doesn't want to be a public figure in that way,
right?
Then
yeah.
Anyways, I'm sure we'll be going over this.
Yeah, we will be going over it multiple times. So
it seemed like they were dancing towards something, but without really saying it. So I think maybe hopefully there's more to the actual episodes,
right?
Because it seemed like it was kind of
just the trailer right now.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Oh, and Tilly and Sutton having friction.
I don't know if that's truly friction, but
it's interesting because you would think that they would put Jennifer Tilly with Sutton for photo ops, and they're not together. Sutton is with Heather Dubrow, and Tilly is with Heather Dubrow.
Oh, they're both with Dubrow?
maybe not DeBro. I think DeBro, because that makes sense.
Well, I think that
Just
maybe they're just trying to get Heather onto the Beverly Hills side of things. Maybe this is more of a Heather decision than it is a Heather motivated decision than it is a Beverly Hills decision.
True.
So
true.
Let's talk about Salt Lake now.
Yes, let's get into.
So, I think this is a fine episode. It's difficult to beat last week. I think as a follow up to last week, this is okay. I think overall, I'm going to give this a C+, B-.
C+,
like
really?
It wasn't that amazing of an episode.
They maybe didn't laugh as much, but I still laughed plenty. I still was like gagged, as the kids say. Do the kids still say?
I see again. By the time we start saying it, I don't think they do. 6'7"? 6'7"?
What is that even about?
It's about nothing. Is what it's about. So it doesn't mean anything.
Oh my gosh!
So
thank gosh we don't have kids doing 6'7", 6'7". Anyway,
I wonder how it is over at Wes's house right now.
Oh my god!
Anyway,
like 6'11".
Yeah.
It'd be like, random side note, when I would talk about 90210 as a teen, my mom would be like, "What's that show? You're 9045678?" Like, just be funny, like naming like not the right zip code, and I'm like, "It's 90210, Mom."
Yeah, it was a little easier for us in California to do it because all of our zip codes start with 9. But
she knew it. She was just trying to be funny.
Got it.
Mom way.
Got it.
Anywho.
So it started off
Bronwyn waking up on deck,
which I understand is not the most comfortable place to sleep. I used to go on a houseboat with a bunch of friends, and I chose often to sleep
in a deck chair
/ pass out in a deck chair. The first year, yes, on a deck chair because I didn't know what to expect, and then years after that, I had an inflatable mattress that I put up on the deck of the upper deck, and it was.
So when I went on the boat, we actually had a bed.
Yeah, but it was so fucking hot in there that day.
It was really hot. Yeah.
Yeah, we should have stayed up on deck. You would have had a much more enjoyable time. But I could see wanting to sleep on the pool deck, and it probably was a better idea that night, especially if they'd been drinking, and be like, okay, this isn't so bad, and then.
Well, also just the awkwardness with Britani and.
and
being trapped in a small room with her.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's pretty big beds, and as Bronwyn did say, like, I'm on this super yacht, and here I am sleeping on a deck chair. It's like you'd think that she would be able to find a better place to sleep.
Right, there'd be like a little cot they could set up for her.
But I guess, yeah. So
they're like, it's a luxury yacht, sleeping in your damn bed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's me doing whatever accent Meredith was doing at the end.
Meredith. Yeah, she was bringing out her rumors, voice.
Side note: Meredith is doing a DJ set at BravoCon at 9:30 in the morning
on the first day.
Welcome to BravoCon, Meredith.
I mean, I do think that if I walk into BravoCon and Meredith is doing a DJ set, I'm going to need to go straight to the bar and like make sure that I have like a stiff drink if I'm gonna have to put up with that.
Not at 9:30.
It's Las Vegas on a Friday. Time doesn't matter. Time is irrelevant.
We're gonna like basically for that DJ set to like 15 minutes of the Valley panel and then go straight to our photo.
That's what's so easy for you to say.
Busy day.
Yeah. And if I'm going to meet Tamara, I'm going to be tequila shot. No, I'm kidding. I won't do tequila shots.
Oh my gosh.
I don't drink tequila. So
Britani does after she's thrown up. We'll get there. So yeah, there's friction with Bronwyn and Britani. There's friction with Meredith and Lisa of like who's not supporting her, whatever.
I did enjoy seeing Meredith just kind of laying there from the cabin cam, the very grainy cabin cam, just like, I don't know what you expect from me, like just whatever, and just kind of being fed up with it. I really
look at Meredith. I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I was like, you're sitting here complaining about me, like I'm sorry that I'm not doing what you want me to do, but what do you want,
Like Lisa's like scrolling, and Meredith's like, no.
Yeah. So, I think that's my problem is that I don't really care. My problem with I don't care about Britani Bronwyn drama. Like, I think that that's kind of irrelevant.
Well, it was funny when Britani actually going back a beat, what is it? It's like Angie survived. She's out there.
It was so nice to see her walking around.
With Whitney and Mary and Britani, and they're all just sitting there, and then all of a sudden here comes Lisa, and they're like, disperse.
I gotta. And Whitney's like, I'm gonna go put on my bikini. And
Yes.
go, yeah.
Wait, I'm wearing one. I'll put on another one.
Put on a different one.
I don't want maximum coverage.
Yeah.
And so then they're talking smack about Bronwyn, Britani, and Lisa, and Bronwyn hears that.
I have to give
That was great.
hats off to Britani for not getting up and walking away and just being like, well, this is awkward. She's like, so how are you? Like,
No, she was instantly, we're good, right?
oh yeah. Like, I don't need to worry
Back
about
to
it.
me. You're yeah, okay.
I was a little irritated when Heather started the morning with like, what happened last night? I thought it was going to be like, I don't remember. I blacked out.
Black eye.
Yeah. And I was just like, but
Well, that flashback of like the intensity of like, you started the rumors, as she's like trying to comfort Lisa on that little like deck thingy or dock thingy you had. And I was like, what are you doing? It's dark and it's like there's an ocean, like just, and you're on the tip of it, like fighting about who started what rumor.
Yeah, I just liked Whitney and Heather's morning of just like, you were on one.
Yeah,
just like, hey, we should get something to drink, just start our day. So it was just
here we are. You and
but yeah, can you think of anything specific that really happened?
Yes, when like Bronwyn and Lisa got into it, because Angie's like, I gotta get back into this. I gotta get back into this. So, and then just goes instantly to, and it was so specific, you knew it was true. One that she's like, Lisa had her hair over her mouth, and she said, my friend was making out with Todd, and he kept farting. And then you go shoom to Lisa, and she's so gagged, sorry kids, that she can't think of a lie quick enough. And so she's like, yeah, I said it. But no, I didn't say it. It's not my friend.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that makes it better. Some rando chick claims that she was making out with Todd and he was farting. Cut to Mary. Oh, that's embarrassing. He was farting.
But didn't Angie say that Lisa saw this happening?
Something to that effect.
It wasn't necessarily that a friend told her. It's just that, or maybe a friend.
No, a friend told her because Lisa said, "I believe this."
Oh, right.
I believe her.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
And apparently Lisa's in New York because she's like, I know people in New York, and this is a reputable friend, and this is what I heard, and she just couldn't think of a lie. And it was great to see Lisa caught out like that and not being able to backpedal or deflect and just saying, yeah, okay, sure.
Right. Of course, this is great timing because I was seeing on Reddit this evening that there's rumors that Bronwyn and Todd are going to get a divorce. And I'm just like, oh, okay.
I mean, it wouldn't be surprising, not because of this, but because, well, in that last season when she implied that so that's the thing. She implied that there was something going on, emotional, physical, whatever affair, and then she backtracked at the reunion.
Right.
And I wonder, when she was doing a lot of, not telling the total truth at the reunion, I wonder if that was one of the other things, is if Todd said, you better have my back, and like just deny all that, or smooth it over, basically. Right. I wonder how much it was true that he did do something. It's like, and that just in conjunction with how he seems to treat her and not being the most supportive. And
I like to chalk it up to him being old and slightly autistic. That's what I like to chalk it up to, that he's just, of a different generation.
And the old, we're not trying to diagnose him. I can see the old part. That's, anyone can diagnose that.
Well, then, sorry, I'll go get my medical license before. Now, I'm not saying he's like fully autistic. I'm just saying he clearly has some.
It's a spectrum.
Yeah, and he's on a lot of it seems, is my guess. So that's the consensus I hear anyway.
Okay, Tam, let's move on from that.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm autistic. I mean, I'm saying you are, but.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying that there is.
Oh my God, this got awkward.
Yeah.
Now I'm nervously farting here.
Is it because you're old or because you're autistic?
Fuck off.
So moving on. What happened?
So like Bronwyn loses her shit on Lisa, and it was great to see that she used her very serious voice and said, she was frustrated. Stop talking about my husband. Stop talking about the grandparents thing. Don't do it.
Right.
And,
like you said you wouldn't, and here you are doing
yes.
it.
And it took Lisa a full, most of the day to finally like apologize for it later on at the last dinner.
Apologize.
Yeah.
I
always love that Bronwyn was like, "You're dead to me." I'm like, ooh, that's harsh.
Yeah.
But, you get to the end of your rope with somebody. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I like that Mary was just like, I'd rather, can Angie get sick again? Because we can go back to the quiet room. Like, I don't want to be up here with all these people yelling.
Quiet
good.
room.
So.
Quiet place. I liked when they went to go have some fun on land, and Bronwyn and Heather were just like thick as thieves. Thick as drunken thieves.
It was nice.
That's all it took was just some like booze, and they were like, let's do it. Let's swim.
Spicy margarita, I think.
Yes, and they were holding hands and snorkeling and with wit. It was great.
I was a little weirded out by the fact that the one person was just giving back massages to everybody.
Same. And what is that? Why is it weird?
I mean, maybe that's a service that they offer, and she's like, I'm also a professional massage therapist, so if you need a massage, I'm here for you.
It's just because it's like you're just sitting up at a beach. You're not, there's no table. You're everyone else is around.
Yeah.
I would just feel awkward being like, massage me. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna get a massage.
See, I don't mind that. I don't mind that necessarily, like if it were friends, but I think it's the fact that it's someone from the boat. It just seems really odd. Like, I get the massages at the blackjack table in Vegas. Like, I'll pay like $25 for that.
They do that?
Yeah, they'll rub your back and everything. It's really nice. So, only if I'm winning, of course, because if you're losing, you don't got money for that.
You can't relax if you're losing.
No, you can't. But yeah, it was weird. And also I thought it was weird that first off, that guy who's supposedly good at games, two truths and a lie, like, dude, you need to watch more Housewives before you game on a housewife show, because it was Never Have I Ever. Oh, Never Have I Ever. And then that moved on quickly to this running back and forth and
Britani face planting.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, okay, I guess that's a game, I suppose.
Let's run and drink.
And then the fact that Angie's like, I need you to come blow dry my hair later, like, that just seems like really like overstepping.
It's one thing to be like, these are things I want to eat. Right. These are excursions I would like to go on. Can you give me a blowout?
I'm going to deputize you as glam.
Right.
It's just like, no thanks.
Can you do my makeup?
Yeah.
Everyone should be able to do a decent job of glam without having to hire glam to go,
right, go on these trips.
It should be a requirement as a housewife, like in the interviews. Can you do your own glam to a certain extent?
Right. Will you look like a clown? If so, we might accept you anyway.
Right.
We like some bad makeup. It's always good.
Yes.
I did like that, though, in the context that Angie was like, can you blow out? She was like, oh, you'd be great at the salon. And he was, was at least talking to him about, his...
The Angie with the... I thought at first it was like, oh, she just slammed her hand in the door. Ouchie.
Oh, God.
But when she pulled it out and there was bleeding and she was just like, oh, God, no, I'm fine. No, I'm not. Oh, God, the pain. Oh, God, the pain. And it looked like her nail was about to come off. It was so bloody. That was.
I covered my face. I didn't want to see that
so much.
Yeah, I forgot that happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
how could she? Also, she's in an inflatable too.
Also, like, enough with these damn costumes. Like,
Bronwyn.
Yeah, like if I were Angie in that case, I'd been like, this goddamn costume. Like, if I weren't trying to do this,
part of it,
was like, I'd be fine. But now I'm missing a fingernail. I like that it's on her middle finger at least. That was good. Gets to hold that up at dinner. So
that was painful.
Meredith and Lisa got into it on the beach,
and then Mary hopped in of saying, "It's boring."
Yeah. What was that at dinner?
No, that was on the beach.
On the beach still?
When suddenly Lisa or Mary's like, I'm going to take up for Lisa. Meredith, you suck, basically.
You're not being a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're boring. You need to go. She wanted to say, go get a storyline.
She said, get yourself something to talk about.
Yeah.
You have nothing to talk about.
Mary was cutthroat.
Also, it did seem, though, that, like, because Mary doesn't say things like that often, it does seem like maybe a producer was like, you know what I want you to do? Go ahead and just say this to Meredith. And she's like, okay. So.
Like, Meredith's minding her own damn business. Yeah. And then here comes Mary.
Talking about farts again, too.
Right.
What's the fart thing? Oh,
about Todd,
yeah.
what's wrong with his intestine. And lady, people have gas. I'm doing it.
Oh, and also, like, I don't know if I'd be more embarrassed about my husband making out with someone or farting while doing it.
Well, it's a toss-up. I'm going to go with the making out.
Yeah, I would as well. So, see, I mean, this episode's all over the place. Like, there's not really any one thing that, like, I can really latch on to other than, the drunkenness, I guess.
Just the fun.
Yeah.
Zombie dinner. We didn't need zombie dinner. Like, I did appreciate Meredith tossing that, that knife and seeing Whitney.
And I think they all looked good. Their costumes were nice, but it just seemed like a reason, like just the fact that they had that whole little montage at the beginning, like it was all in service of a packet, of a edited packet, so they can be like, look how fun we are. And then it really was irrelevant to the whole rest of the dinner. So
it's just they love having those women fight in costume. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
They should have been shaking some milk.
Oh, yeah, making some butter.
Make some butter.
Sorry, I'm all like antsy tonight. Can't figure out a way to sit properly. So, but yeah.
Oh, so then, oh
God.
What? The Meredith Britani thing. Like, on one hand, not Angie's bad hand. I like that Britani stood up herself, and when Meredith kept coming for her, she's like, "Why? What are you talking to me for?" Like,
yeah, like I thought you said why?
I'm not your punching bag,
right?
But then to completely she's waiting with this little feather in her cap is that the right way?
Yeah, I think so.
For this moment to drop this on Meredith about how she looked at TikTok. Anybody could look at TikTok and find a rumor about a housewife. This is bullshit, Britani. Like, that's not the way to try to come at Meredith after she's come at you. Like, you need some good
I like that they actually showed the clip though from TikTok, and it wasn't just Britani making up. Yeah, I saw a TikTok.
But we've all seen these bullshit TikToks. Like, it's just it's not all over. Meredith. I like that she was just, and again, I'm not always a Meredith person, but I like that she was like, "This is BS. You're stupid. Like, no, my husband's not having an affair. I don't have multiple partners."
What I liked, and this is to back up a couple things, is I like that Bronwyn was saying, why are we making everyone's husbands part of the joke? Like, why are we making a punchline? And that no one backed her up with that. Everyone was kind of like, and I think it was definitely because they're like, I think the unspoken word was like, right, but look who your husband is. He's such an easy target.
Yes.
But none of them stopped to think if that had been about John Barlow, Lisa would have lost her mind. And then the same thing with Seth, all this stuff. So that alone, they had just discussed, let's not make that husband's part of the conversation.
Or kids.
And then none of them backed up Bronwyn on that. So then that's what Meredith gets. Because then Britani comes along after Meredith starts just kind of mothering her and like, oh, why are you drinking tequila right now? And that's what I really like is that Britani was like, what does it matter to you? Like, what do you care if I'm drinking tequila right now? Like, what if I want to have tequila? I'm trying to feel normal, which made sense to me. Like, if you were just sick and you didn't want to focus on that, and you're like, okay, maybe if I focus on this, I'll feel normal, that sort of thing. So I feel like Meredith kind of deserved it. Now, what Britani brought was really kind of lame, and I agree with you.
It was lame. Also, I've seen way too much puking in these last two episodes. I didn't need to see Britani, the typical I guess she couldn't run to a stateroom, but just the throwing up overboard.
They don't need to show it. They could just, the sound effects were fine.
Effects alone for Angie was, oh my God.
I feel like the only thing I want to see thrown up on Housewives is an espresso martini in the back of a Sprinter van, or maybe...
We don't know if she's peeing or she's...
Right.
Peeing.
That's the only reason I'm all right seeing that, because you're like, is that pee or is that espresso martini vomit?
Predator.
Oh, see, that's classic. That's a classic episode.
That's a classic.
So just because it worked once doesn't mean we need to see 4.5 episodes of the Salt Lake City Housewives barfing all over the place. So
exactly, it was a bit excessive.
Yeah. But it was kind of just a lame back and forth, I feel. But at the same time, I'm glad that Britani's coming for somebody, and I just wish she had a little more solid way of doing it.
Well, she did it that's the thing. She came at Whitney too, but it was just mean in episode 1.
Right.
And so this whole thing was just like, what are you doing here?
And Meredith's response is just a little, not unhinged, but just all over the place as well, where she's just like, just because you break up with your boyfriend every blah, blah, blah.
It was her attempt at really trying to read Britani. And, she wasn't lying.
No, but it could have been sharper.
Right. But it's Meredith.
Says me, who's sharp as a, dull hammer right now, but,
Dull hammer. Is there like a not dull hammer?
Well,
it's a dull knife.
Dull knife. I'm sure. I'm seeing that's how not sharp I am right now.
It's the time difference.
It is the time difference. Damn daylight saving.
Time change.
It's crazy.
I've been up since 2:50 something.
No, 3. Didn't you say 3:50 something?
No, it was like 2:50.
Oh, I thought you were doing the whole hour adjustment because you tended to.
Oh, no.
So it actually said that on the clock?
Yes.
Oh, then why are we awake right now?
Chipotle and
we ate a lot of
copious amounts of water.
Yeah, I should have.
And Housewives.
And Housewives. And this podcast. Apparently, we have to record this. Are we missing anybody? Is there someone else we should talk
basically, they got the ending was them fighting and chasing away Captain Jason.
I can't wait to see the below deck version.
I cannot wait. I think they're just gonna be like, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
some women are crazy.
But I mean, I guess because it needs to be more about them and their dramas on the show, there's probably just be like this constant thrum of yelling in the background while they're going about their business.
It's the soundtrack to the episode.
Yeah, you just hear this up on stage.
Flirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Flirt.
Yes. Kind of want to end the episode on you yelling whore and fart. That's a good way to go. No, but I feel like we're missing something. Like, again, so much happened, but yet nothing happened. Like, where did we stand with each woman? We already went through them all, right? Whitney didn't have much.
Whitney didn't have much. No, she just, was there when the TikTok video was playing, and
even when she threw in on Meredith, she threw in for a minute because she knows how it can sound and it could offer something for the editors to use. She's like, no, I saw it too. Well, because she showed it to me.
Right. And then Meredith was like, yeah, so it's not all over. She had to show it to you.
Right.
It wasn't like you were bombarded with TikToks about the affairs of Seth.
Marks?
Yeah,
Seth
Marks. Yeah. They're all Marks. Yeah.
And so that's the thing, though, is that, had the editors wanted to, they could have just had Whitney like, yeah, I saw it too, and then cut out the rest of that. So it's just weird that Whitney was like, yeah, I saw it, because she showed it to me.
Yes. Thus, here we are.
Exactly. That was her real only involvement.
No, my takeaways were, I thought it was a good episode. Mm-hmm. I liked the duo of Bronwyn and Heather, and with some Whitney thrown in there. I like that Lisa briefly apologized and took some accountability there. I love, though, that she was gobsmacked with the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her takeaways. Don't tell Angie things. No, just don't talk shit about your friends, and it won't get back to you. I like that Angie rallied, but felt really horrible for her when she slammed her hand in the door. And I like that Ron went off on Lisa and used her big girl voice.
Mm-hmm.
And the Britani Meredith stuff.
Yeah,
I don't really have a dog in that race.
I think it might materialize into something more if they keep it up.
Well, next week's episode, we see that she goes apocalyptic on the plane.
Well, apparently not, or else an air marshal would have met her.
Well,
we'll see.
Not if Bravo can talk them out of it.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, that was actually a really good summary right there.
Yeah,
I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah, and Mary was just, her read on Mary wasn't wrong. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, I think you've said it best, so we can talk about it next time.
Till next time.